Hey, what's good, people? This is Yancy, aka Holywarrioryancy, and this is Holywarrioryancy Productions. Just want to share a few stories of faith. They're personal stories of mine, they're true stories. Just want to share with you a few times in my life where I had unwavering, unadulterated faith, and it brought about true results. And I'll start with the first story, and that's getting my license and getting a car. um, where can I start? In my late teens, I was learning how to drive. And I had my fair share of obstacles. My stepfather and my spiritual father, who was my pastor at the time, they were the men that I really leaned on to teach me how to drive. Unfortunately, they were busy men, you know, and both of them hit a spot in their life where they were really, really busy and couldn't really give me the attention that I needed because I was bad. I mean, I really needed some work. I was heavy on the brake. I was tight on the steering wheel. I was something else. But anyway, I prayed in such a way that was relentless. And it was just my life. I remember going to work every morning and sitting at that bus stop. And I felt like such a fool waiting at that bus stop. Don't get me wrong, I'm not looking down on people to take the bus. I mean, people gotta do what they gotta do. But I just felt like when I was waiting at the bus stop, everybody for car just drove by looking at me like I was crazy. I also recall one morning at the bus stop, I'm tying my shoes, and the person that was at the bus stop with me told the bus to go ahead. We don't want this bus. And when I get done tying my shoes, I'm like, yo, why you say that? I wanted that bus. It was times I was on the bus and, during the holiday seasons and single mothers on there with big bags of toys and nowhere to sit. On the bus, mentally ill people, stinking. You got kids on there, cussing, fighting, and everything else. I just got tired of it. And also having to get up a couple hours early just to catch a certain bus to get where you need to be. It was quite nerve-wracking to me. But anyway, all these experiences had me just to draw into God even harder. I had an obstacle of not being able to train or have somebody drive me like that, and I had the aggravation of being on the bus. The aggravation of being on the bus had me praying every day I was out there on the bus. Lord, just please bless me to get my license and please bless me to get my car. And I prayed that prayer and I believed that prayer. I prayed it in such a way that you couldn't tell me that God wasn't going to deliver. And as far as the obstacle was concerned, I worked at the mall at the time. And on my lunch break, I went to the arcade and I was on those driving simulators learning how to drive. When I had two jobs at the time, I was working a job third shift and I would go from that job to the other job in the morning. And as I worked, I imagined driving in my head. I mean, I was hell bent on getting my license. And it took me 3 or 4 tries. That parallel parking really got me. But all in all, I practiced on the simulators in the arcade. My stepdad and my pastor, they couldn't be there for me, but they did pay for me to they both paid for me to get driving lessons. And my stepdad paid for a lesson. My pastor paid for a lesson. After that, I paid for the driving school to take me to go get my test. And I got my license. And about 5 months after that, out the clear blue of praying and just believing, my pastor called me and told me, hey, I got a car lined up for you for $100. My first car was a Chevy Beretta 1989. And I received this car back in 2001. I felt like a king pulling up in front of my mom's house with that car. I felt like a king. One of the best feelings in life. But the whole point I'm trying to convey is this. I prayed in such a way that you wasn't going to tell me God wasn't going to pull through for me. Like, I prayed and I believed. It was like my faith and my belief and me putting the effort forward. You know what I mean? It was all working together. It was all strong. And God blessed me. Another scenario, I believe it was back in 2000. My pastor, the same guy who I refer to as my spiritual dad and the one that helped me with the driving lessons and all that, he was mentoring teens in our city. And I really admired that. And it was something that I always wanted to do. You know, I felt I was blessed growing up in the ministry I did, you know. I felt that I was blessed to have my mom find somebody, and, my stepdad was a great role model to me. I was blessed by the men that I came in contact with in ministry. They helped shape me and mold me to be, a decent, well-rounded young man. And I just wanted to give back. And I remember in 2001, I believe, or was it 2000? No, 2000. I remember praying fiercely. I will pray every day. God, bless me to be able to become a mentor, open doors for me. I will pray and then I will fast. And I'm talking about I fast. Like, I would take one day out the week and I would just fast for God just to open door. God, open the door for me so I can become a mentor. Lord God, I really want to speak life into young men. I really want to be there for them, be a big brother type role model for them. And I prayed hard for 8 months. And then all of a sudden, I got a call from my pastor that the church has received some grant money from a guy that was sponsoring our church. And he wanted somebody to mentor young men. And I was able to become a mentor. And it was a big deal. Was able to get an office and everything else. And really came across some well-rounded, good young men. And I just pray, that God using me really meant something to them guys, If anything good came out of it, all God be the glory. But God really pulled through and blessed me to become a mentor. And I had a great time mentoring these young men and sharing the gospel with them and the love of God with them. God truly came through for me. But then again, it's another example of me just praying hard and believing hard. And I guess that's the title of this video, Praying Hard and Believing Hard. Because that's what I did when I got my license in the car. I mean, I'm working a job where I'm making $7.25 at the time. I'm not even getting 40 hours a week. There was no way that I was going to come up with a car. You know what I mean? Even doing a little bit work overnight, you know. I wasn't pulling that kind of money. But God made a way for me to get a car. And that mentoring thing is like I couldn't just do it like do it officially, the words though I can do it through a ministry and have money to be able to take the kids out and different ministry insurance and all that other stuff. But I prayed hard and believed and God opened the door for that. So that's all I'm going to share. But I'm going to end with this. Pray hard and believe hard. I look back over my life and the situations, the situations in which I prayed hard, God truly came through for me. So I hope this is encouragement for you all. Pray hard, believe hard. This is Holywarrioryancy, aka Holywarrioryancy, and this is Holywarrioryancy Productions. God bless. Look me up on Facebook, Holywarrioryancy Productions. I'm on Blogger Spot, Holywarrioryancy and Holywarrioryancy 1. And I'm on YouTube, obviously. Just look me up, Holywarrioryancy or Holywarrioryancy. A brother's trying. A brother's trying. Like and subscribe. God bless. Have a good one.